Hey guys, uh, sorry I've been out. You could probably tell, but I'm just now finally starting to get my voice back. Was a little under the weather, lost my voice, so it's difficult to make videos. But it is coming back, not 100%, but definitely doing better. But I just wanted to, because my voice hurts, I didn't want to do a long one, so I'm just gonna kind of walk you some kind of what my day looks like when I sit down at the computer in different projects that I kind of claim from and that type of thing. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll just chat a little bit. Okay, guys, welcome back to the crypto wave. Um, a lot of turmoil in the market, a lot of good news, a lot of bad news. All I can say is crypto's here to stay. I've been in it for a very, very long time. But you also got to know when to approach things, when to go for things, and when not to. At this point, I am just trying to build my passive streams, but also I have a little bit of money on the side just for like Deegan plays and things like that. This particular one, Pulse Strip, this is on the Pulse chain. It's just like regular drip on the Binance chain. Uh, Current price 14.94. It's been doing pretty good, and the team has been building pretty decent. The team is putting in games and various things. There's a lot of kind of tokenomics and different things that are going to this, but this one in particular, I'm still trying to boost. It's the same as the other drip, which is basically 365%. I haven't claimed anything on this yet. I'm just kind of keeping an eye on it. At the moment, though, I've just been compounding these in order to. Let me refresh that real quick. In order to just kind of keep building this particular faucet, I'll keep an eye on it. But hopefully, as they keep building, it will produce more. I've been pretty impressed with it so far. The team has been very, very active, and they've actually held their end of the bargain on quite a few things, and they haven't let anybody down as of yet that I know of. So in this particular one, we are just going to compound that one. The other one I have is Pulse Rate. Pulse Rate, you always come over here to the dashboard, and this is kind of my farm, so to speak, on the Pulse chain. There's not a whole lot in here, but I have been. Well, that's weird. Oh, for some reason it's. Oh wait, connect. There we go. Let's give it just a moment here. So this particular one, again, I don't have a whole lot in here. There's only about $600 in here. But in reality, what I'm doing with this is as I earn different stuff, this has been one of the most reliable and most steady on paying out. They're also still building. You got launch pads, you got bridges, you got swaps built into it. And there's other things feeding into it. So what I do is as I gain from, say, Pulse Strip or Pulse X or any other trades that I may do, including the Pulse 3D app, really what I've been doing is I'll try and roll it over, split it between Pulse and USDC, and then I will keep building this particular value up to keep farming, basically. Just that way my money that's sitting on this particular chain is doing something. At the moment, earn 671. I do this about every 2-3 days. So this one's pretty decent. We'll claim this real quick. And then what I typically do when I claim it, as soon as it decides to go here. There we go. Let's claim that. So you earn P share. P share in particular, you do need to swap on. Well, I don't know if you have to, but I do. I swap it on the native DEX here, simply because I'm imagining this is where you're going to have the most liquidity for it. So there's the P share I just claimed. We will convert it over to. I don't have any USDC at the moment, so we're just going to convert that over. It's about $6. Let's approve that. So I usually wait till I got about $20-$30 on the USDC before I pair it with the Pulse, simply because I'm just trying to save on transactionals and things like that. So this is Pulse Rate, and again, this is kind of where I'm trying to channel a lot of my Pulse dividends. I'm only in a couple things at the moment, one being that Pulse Strip that we just talked about, and then the other one being Pulse 3D, which we'll go over there. That one took a little bit of a standstill. I'm not too worried about it. They are still building, and it is people that I am familiar with and that I'm comfortable with. And they do have some projects, including Base 3D, that they are currently working on. But the Pulse 3D app, they're supposedly going to be feeding into this as well. Let's reconnect here to see if there's anything there. Nothing new on Pulse 3D, so that's fine. So that's kind of Pulse. There's other things that are being built on it, but Pulse has just got it's got a bad juju cloud over it at the moment. So I'm not too shocked that that one's taking its time. So another one. Let's move. As you guys know, Star Atlas. So I talked about Star Atlas in my last video. I went into it a little bit. We'll do doing more of it. But what I did do is, as I buy Polis and as I buy Atlas, you can farm with it if you go into the DAO. If you come over to the DAO, which is govern.staratlas.com, you can go into what's called lockers. And if you were to stake your tokens, so in these ones in particular, I staked them for about, I think I did the maximum, so I think it's like 4 years or 5 years, something like that. And then they'll pay you dividends for staking, just like anything else. So let's claim this here real quick. This is 35 Polis right here. It doesn't look like my Phantom Raw, but that's why. One sec. Let's get logged in here. Refresh. So I always come over to the lockers here. Let's connect. Boom. All right, there we go. So let's claim that. Confirm. All right, let's go back over here. So that's my Polis, and then you come down here to the Atlas Manage Locker. Got another 6.6 there. So I'll claim that real quick. And this is the Phantom wallet. You can use MetaMask on Solana. I just personally use the Phantom wallet just because that's what I'm used to. I'm not really worried about it. The other reason I like it though is because, in particular, if you don't know what sorry, still under the weather. Exchange. Jeez Louise. If you're not really sure what exchange you can do with these things, what you can actually do is in the Phantom itself. So if you come in here and you go over to what I just got, which was the Polis. So I just gained that 47 Polis there. You can actually just swap it right here in your wallet. So let's go over here to Polis, and we will swap it over to, I always swap it to a stable just because you never know. So this is 47 that I just farmed, about $4.77. That's fine by me. So we'll swap it, and it just does it right there in the in the Phantom wallet. So I do like that. So that is that one. Let's close that down. Let's come over here. I know I have a lot of windows. Don't stress. I know it. I am already on Pulse. There's nothing else here. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over to Drip. So this is the Drip on BSC. The original Drip, and this one in particular is been having a rough go. You know, I know Bartertown, some others are working on bringing it up. I'm one of those two that have been in this for a while, and I've been compounding like crazy. But at the same time, you also need to learn to take money off the table. And so I have been slowly but surely, I'll compound some days and withdraw some days. And depending on what the price of it is and various other factors, I'll compound it versus withdraw it. The site, for some reason, ever since they updated the site, my computer has just the hardest time connecting to it. Or not connecting to it, but it's just incredibly slow in regards to loading and everything. It's kind of maddening, to be honest with you. I don't know if it's like that for all you guys, but it's just. All right, come on. Let's stop that. Let's refresh. But anyways, it's been on a little bit of a downhill. It did get some bad press. They Forex and Bartertown have been talking it out. They do have other things coming. They're hoping that Animal Farm will feed into this a little bit. But it's had a pretty good heyday. I don't think it's out. I don't think it's done. But at the same time, it is definitely on a downtrend. Some people are going to see this as the opportunity that you definitely need to be compounding and buying just because it is so low. But it all depends, to each their own, basically. Cancel that. This one clearly is just having a hard time connected, which is just bonkers. All right, while we're waiting for that, because again, that site's always giving me trouble. I don't know what the heck it is. So let's connect here. So you guys all know we're part of Animal Farm, so I'll do a video hopefully in the next day or two talking about Animal Farm. Lots of big changes. One of the biggest changes is going to be the version 3 that's coming out. I'll go into it on my video in the next couple of days when I'm on my overnight, as you guys know how I roll. But just know Animal Farm still at this point is kind of where I have, I got a pretty good chunk in here farming for me. Simply because I think that we are at the very beginning, and I think version 3 is going to be pretty dang significant. So let's go ahead and start claiming here. So we got about $1.14 worth of pigs right here, so we're going to claim that. There we go. All right, we have 3 dogs here, and the dog's price is going down, but a lot of with what they're doing, what Forex is doing, I think we're going to start seeing a pretty big increase in dogs, specifically because he is decreasing the emissions, which is unfortunate, but hopefully that's offset by the price increase of dogs. It will become more scarce, and I think he said it's something along the lines of like 90% decrease in the emissions of it. So 4.446 dogs here. Let's go ahead and claim that also. And then I'll kind of show you what I'm doing here. Let's confirm that. As you guys know, PIGGYBANK, unfortunately struggling. Not a lot of stuff going into there. I don't know if the version 3 is going to feed anything into PIGGYBANK. So I honestly, at this point, it's not even worth really, in my opinion, it's not even worth the money to compound it. I still have this long one here. This has just been steadily going down. It's not done for another, well, just under a year, unfortunately. But as you can see, everything else is zeros. I definitely think I'm up on it. I wish I tracked it a little bit closer so I could tell you guys exactly how much I did go up on it, but I definitely went up on it. So dog pound, what I'll end up doing is you'll come over here. This unfortunately has been going down. There's not a whole lot that's getting paid out, so about 63 cents here. Not a whole lot of AFP being claimed at that point. With the dogs that I just claimed, which is about 8.38, what I've been doing is I've been trying to find the best of both worlds. So I'm trying to keep these fairly even. So I have 251 dogs here. I got 249 over here in the linear pool, which would need me to put in, we'll say, about 2 onto that. But at the same time, I am trying to migrate some of these over just so that I have options. I've already migrated these over here. So I have 8. I could technically migrate this guy. So this is 3.67 with full tax reduction. So as I do is I'm going to migrate this with the stuff that I just claimed. So let's approve that. And then, honestly, it all depends on how often I do this, but it depends on how much I have left over. So I currently have 5.3. I'm about to pull out 3.6. So in that particular case, a lot of times what I'll do, like say, for instance, this was like 20. If I've waited quite a few days and this is 20, I would migrate this 3.67 here. And then once I've migrated that, I would then stake the majority. There's the approval. Come on, there you go, migrate. What I would do is I would then stake to kind of get my auto compound and my compound matching. And if there's anything left over, so say in this particular case, I moved 3 over, and then I needed 2 in the linear to make them equal. Or if they're already equal, what I'll do is I'll take like half of it and stake it. And if there's like 1 or 2 dogs left, then I sell it by utilizing these here. So I think you'll see one. I don't have any at the moment, but I end up selling it. So in this particular case, it's only going to be 4 left. The linear is where I'm short, so what we're going to do actually is we're just going to put that into the linear. I just won't claim any today, so we're not going to sell any dogs. But I'm always trying to find a way to continually increase my dog pound position, especially if things are going to start feeding the dog pound so that this value starts increasing better. The other thing we do is we come down to the bottom here. We have 0.014 AFD and BNB. It's only about 69 cents. I am not really worried about that right now, so we'll claim that in a little bit. But we did claim that those pigs before from the farm. So we're going to come over here to the pig pen. You should see them right there, 0.07. So let's maximize that. What this is going to do is it'll automatically claim these pigs in these BUSD, which I'm okay with. It'll have a little bit of pigs in the wallet. So let's claim that. I'm just gonna, nope, sorry, wrong button. We're going to deposit this. This is gonna automatically do everything. So not only is this gonna deposit my pigs, but it's also gonna pull out the BUSD, and then it's gonna pull out the pigs for me as well. So there's one other one I want to show you guys. Give me 1 second. That one's done. Let's see if Drip finally decided to load. Give this a second. Drip site just is so annoying to me. So I have 205 Drip available. What the heck happened? Come on. So I actually have 4 wallets with Drip. I'm just going to do this one just because I don't want to make you guys sit through this. But I have 4 wallets. One is a Drip just of my personal. One was a Drip I created for YouTube to try and get referrals and kind of compound and show it. But you know, people who watch my videos aren't really big on clicking referral links, which I'm totally fine with. It doesn't bother me, to be honest with you. So that one I'm just kind of compounding, but I won't make you sit through that. And then I have one that I created. I just labeled it family, just because I said, hey, if this Drip is going to take off, I might as well just compound. And then I can use it for, you know, taking the kiddos to dinner and those kinds of things. You know what I mean? So that one I keep compounding as well. And then I have one other one that I did with a neighbor of mine, and we just kind of compounded, and we're just keeping an eye on it. So 205 current Drip is below 1. I am currently negative, so we're going to compound it. I'm way negative, actually. So honestly, this negative, I've tried to maintain it pretty well. The reason it's so negative is because when Drip first came out, and it was like $80 a Drip or something like that, and my wallet, my Drip value was very, very low. It just made sense to me to claim it. I mean, I made money on it, you know, and then after that, once I kind of made my money and then some, I started compounding again, but I never truly pulled it all the way out of that negative, which is fine. You know, to each their own. You can't fault anybody for doing what they want to do. So we compounded that. All right, the last one I want to show you, which I think, yeah, it's the only one I can think of at the moment. I have a couple others, but just for the sake of speed, what we're going to do is we're going to come back up here. Let's go over to Ethereum. I need to get off this Drip page because it's just maddening to me. Drives me up the wall. So Ethereum, we're going to switch over to this guy. All right, Railgun. My cat just showed up. Sorry for the jingle bells. Let's connect to Railgun. So Railgun is a privacy chain. But if you buy Rail and you stake it, and they're currently on Polygon, they're on BSC, and they are on Ethereum. Ethereum by far is the biggest one so far. And in essence, what they do is if you stake, which I did, as the more the network is used, I think it's 2 weeks or every 3 weeks, they will provide you rewards, and they provide you rewards in their token Rail. They'll provide you rewards in wrapped ETH, and they'll provide you rewards in DAI. This particular time doesn't look like a lot. You can see back here other times that I've claimed. So I've claimed $4 here, 0.0005 ETH and 2.5 Rail. This in particular, I'm only at 81 cents DAI with a little bit, 0.0005, which isn't too bad, with 2.2 Rail. Yeah, I'll let it ride. There's really no way to compound. It's just claim or not. So I'll hold off. The last time I claimed was the 30th, 16th, 30th. Yeah, so, you know, I'll hold off on it. I'll hold off. We'll just let it keep building for now. But this is another one that I would claim. And then what you could also do is, because I was part of them in the beginning, they actually airdropped me Binance version of it. So let's switch over here. This chain is Binance chain on Rail is not used very much, so this goes up a lot slower. So yeah, there's not really enough here to really write home about. And then if I remember right, the last chain which they airdropped, if you were part of it, was Polygon. So let's connect here. Rail poly, 5 cents. Yeah, so not a whole lot there either. So, but again, the Polygon version and the Binance version aren't really utilized a heck of a ton. You know what I mean? But the ETH version is used a lot. They have a lot of transactions that go through Railgun, and it's one of the top privacy projects in my opinion. They're very, very active, and they're still you can be part of their DAO if you have things staked and that kind of stuff. But it is huge in my opinion. So with that being said, the only other one I wanted to show you is on, I believe it's ARB. Let's go back to the main. And where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Okay, guys, sorry about that. I had to find the dang website. The other one is called Connect. This one I've been in for quite a while as well. This is on the Arbitrum network. It does allow you to claim what they call the Connect financial tokens. This is, in essence, a program that is going to be decentralized that is creating Visa cards, and then you can actually utilize your CNFI or other crypto on your credit card, and then it acquires interest, and some of the interest is actually applied towards rewarding token holders and things like that. Again, they do have governance model and such. They have been working on this for a very, very long time. It's been about 2 years since I've gotten into it. What I typically do is I've just been reinvesting my stuff in here simply because the actual product itself has not come to fruition yet. However, with that being said, I do check in on the Telegram and Discords and all those things pretty regularly, and by no means have they left. I mean, they've been going for almost 2 years now, so in reality, if they were going to ditch, they would have ditched already. They give regular updates. I think it's every Friday, if I'm not mistaken. They usually post out a little newsletter of kind of where they're at and what they're doing. But yes, this one, although I'm not getting any true value from it quite yet, I have been compounding this value so that whatever dividends come from once they launch their product, I'll be set in there. So, all right, this one went a little longer than I anticipated. My voice is starting to hurt again, so I appreciate you guys tuning in. That's kind of my daily routine of collecting, compounding, and kind of what I'm doing, trying to build this value. The big one I'm waiting for, and I'll do a video on it, is going to be Animal Farm version 3. We'll talk about that on my next video. So I appreciate you guys tuning in, and have a great day. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Drop any comments below, and I'd love to hear from you. Have a great night.